who told me I wasn't strong enough, man enough, or just not enough. I couldn't believe what my life had become. I really couldn't. I was depressed to my core, turning to alcohol, drugs, and sleep. Oh, the amount of sleep.
Everyone has been talking about Ryan Lochte this week, and it feels like the entire internet woke up to the same messy situation at the same time. One minute he's dropping an emotional video about finding his mojo again, and the next minute, his ex-wife Kayla is quietly posting their wedding vows like a mic drop nobody saw coming. This whole divorce has taken a wild turn, and the more Ryan speaks, the louder the backlash gets. What's happening between these two is way more complicated than just a breakup, and that's exactly why people can't stop watching. Before we go deeper, I want to know what you think is really going on here. Drop your thoughts in the comments, and if this already has you hooked, hit like and the hype button to push the video out. Now get this, because what happens next is where the story really starts unraveling. Ryan Lochte didn't just pop back into the headlines out of nowhere. Everything started moving fast after he posted a long, emotional caption about the darkest moments of his life and how he's finally ready to tell his side in a new book. But what shocked people wasn't the book announcement. It was the part where he talked about having a son on the way with someone he barely knew and being kicked out of his home after feeling belittled every day. Those lines jumped out immediately because fans felt he wasn't just describing his past. He was shading his ex-wife directly. His comment section exploded within hours. People were calling him out for rewriting history and trying to shift blame for what went wrong in the marriage. The reaction came so fast that he eventually turned comments off completely. That's when the story went from sad update to full-blown public drama. And just when people thought it might calm down, it actually got worse. To understand why this divorce is hitting so hard online, you have to remember who Ryan Lochte used to be. This wasn't just some random athlete. He was one of America's biggest Olympic stars with 6 gold medals and a whole TV presence built on his larger-than-life personality. But everything changed during the 2016 Rio Olympics, and that shift still follows him today. The Rio situation, which was nicknamed Loctegate, became international chaos within hours. Ryan and his teammates claimed they were robbed at gunpoint by men pretending to be police. That story exploded across every major outlet. But investigations later revealed something completely different. Authorities said the group had been intoxicated, stopped at a gas station, and vandalized property before getting confronted by security. It wasn't the dramatic robbery that was described. When that truth came out, Ryan's career took a hit he never fully recovered from. Sponsorship deals vanished. Organizations suspended him. Fans who once saw him as fun and harmless suddenly saw someone reckless and unreliable. And here's the thing, Rio isn't just a footnote in Ryan's timeline. It marks the moment everything else in his life started to spiral. That's the context a lot of people kept in mind when they watched his recent video blaming emotional damage on someone he barely knew. Around the same time as the Rio fallout, Ryan met Kayla, a former Playboy model and real estate agent. Their connection moved quickly, and by 2018, they were married with a growing family. For years, they presented themselves as a quieter, more grounded celebrity couple. 3 kids, calmer energy, less noise. But behind that peaceful image, things were building. When Kayla filed for divorce earlier this year, it stunned a lot of people. Her Instagram statement was long, emotional, and clearly written from a place of heavy reflection. She talked about protecting her peace, choosing resilience, and facing trials she never expected. It was a graceful message that didn't name him or blame him. But people familiar with the couple told the press that the story behind the scenes looked very different. Reports surfaced claiming Ryan had betrayed her in several ways, and that his behavior as a husband and father had been uneven for years. Sources said there were issues with infidelity and struggles with alcohol that put strain on the relationship. They also said he hadn't been an equal partner at home. That part hit hard, especially with Kayla raising 3 young kids during all of it. On top of the emotional stress, financial problems added even more weight. By June, reports suggested the couple had nearly $270,000 in debt, including money owed to the IRS, a hospital bill from a car accident, and their homeowners association. The picture that started forming wasn't of a couple drifting apart. It was of a relationship quietly collapsing under pressure. When Ryan responded to the divorce, he posted a thoughtful message thanking Kayla and focusing on co-parenting. It was calm, respectful, and made people think things would stay private. But that changed when he stepped forward with a new relationship almost immediately. Ryan revealed to the press that he was dating a woman named Molly and insisted he did not cheat. But because the relationship appeared so soon after the divorce filing, people questioned the timeline anyway. It didn't help that he then shifted into a more defensive tone online, which set the stage for the explosive caption that came later.
I am excited to announce that I have decided to write a book, yes. After lots of healing and growing, I finally have the confidence I lost so long ago to give you a real look inside what it was like being Ryan Lochte. I went from a single guy who only cared about surfing and hanging out with his friends and family, who had barely kissed a girl until I was in college. I know. To becoming one of the world's most eligible bachelors. The parties, the glam, the celebrities, the life most people couldn't fathom. I was on top of the world, and in an instant, I became the most hated person in the world. After the Rio scandal, I found myself at the lowest point, with a son on the way with someone I barely knew.
Then came the tell-all book announcement. He framed it as part of his healing journey and said he's ready to show the world the real Ryan. But the details he chose to share in that post felt like pointed shots at Kayla. He described being belittled, not feeling strong enough, and being kicked out of his home. He talked about turning to alcohol, falling into depression, and losing himself completely. Fans immediately connected those statements to Kayla, especially because he never clarified who was supposedly belittling him. People said he was shifting responsibility, twisting moments, and trying to create a sympathetic narrative before the book even launches. Some even questioned whether this was a publicity strategy for sales.
My beautiful Kayla, I don't think words can express how much standing here beside you in this moment means to me. Our friends and family may know a few of the highlights we've experienced over the years, but no one truly understands the journey we've been on quite like we do. Looking back on our first time,
The next morning, Kayla did something that completely shifted the energy. Instead of writing a long response, she posted a simple video with the words, "One day you're going to beg God to save your marriage, and it's important to let him save you instead." It wasn't loud, but it hit hard. Viewers praised her immediately. People said she was handling everything with grace, refusing to drag him online, and staying focused on protecting her kids. That response alone already had people siding with her, but then she did something even more powerful. Kayla posted their wedding vows, the actual video from their ceremony. The same man who said they barely knew each other is on camera talking about how deeply he loved her from the start. He talked about how she supported him, how she carried him through his darkest days after Rio, and how she put her dreams on hold again and again to help him chase his own. The contrast between those vows and the way he talked about the marriage in his caption was brutal. People immediately called it proof that he was trying to rewrite their entire history. Others said he was using emotional language to manipulate public opinion while ignoring the pain he caused. For many viewers, those vows completely shifted the narrative.
What's up, everyone? Just consigned. I'm here with Ryan Lochte. Ryan, what are you consigning with us at Golden here?
Right now, we got 3 Olympic gold medals. We got 2004 Olympic gold medal, 2008 Olympic gold medal, and 2016 Olympic gold medal.
Incredible. So these are going to be coming to an auction soon to golden.com. Stay tuned.
And right when that conversation hit its peak, Ryan made another move that nobody expected. He announced he was selling his Olympic medals. 3 of them. Gold. The kind athletes work their entire lives for. He appeared in a video standing next to someone from Golden Age, holding the medals from 2004, 2008, and 2016. Fans were stunned. Some felt bad and worried that he must be struggling financially. Others were furious, saying he should work or coach instead of selling the symbols of his entire career. Comment sections filled with people saying his kids deserved to have those medals one day and that a few $1,000s wouldn't fix whatever deeper problems were going on. Many said the timing, right after the divorce drama blew up, made the whole thing look desperate. The pressure kept building until Ryan posted yet another emotional clarification. He said he was too overwhelmed to speak and needed to clear things up in writing. He insisted he never meant to hurt anyone. He said there were private issues happening behind the scenes that he wouldn't share to protect his kids, and he stood by his belief that he and Kayla didn't fully know each other when they married. He admitted he wasn't a good husband and spoke about therapy giving him new insights into himself. He also explained that he never swam for medals and that giving medals away to kids over the years meant more to him than the hardware itself. He said he was moving on and wanted everyone else to let go too. But the public wasn't convinced. Many viewers pointed out that moving on only works when the person who caused the hurt actually takes responsibility for it instead of rewriting the story. People said he abandoned his family too fast, rushed into a new relationship, and tried to spin the past while his ex remained quiet. Others said the clarification still didn't explain why he posted such a pointed caption in the first place. They felt he said too much, then tried to pull it back when he didn't like the reaction. And the more messages he posted, the clearer it became that this divorce wasn't just emotional. It was public, messy, and unfolding in real time. At this point, fans are watching both of them closely. Ryan is planning a book. Kayla is focused on raising her kids. The internet is divided, but the reactions to the vows and the medals have shifted sympathy heavily toward Kayla. And the story isn't finished because the book still hasn't come out. What Ryan chooses to include in that book, and how he speaks about the marriage once it's published, will determine whether the public sees him as recovering or spiraling. And Kayla's silence may end up being the most powerful move of all because she hasn't tried to fight him publicly, yet she has the receipts that reshape the whole narrative. As of now, this divorce is playing out across social media like a slow burn reality show, and each new post adds fuel. People aren't just watching the breakup, they're watching the reputations, the choices, and the consequences. So tell me what you think happens next in this situation. Does Ryan's book make things better, or does it make everything 10 times worse? I'd love to hear your thoughts in the comments. And if you enjoyed this breakdown, hit like and subscribe to Hush Buzz so you never miss the stories everyone is talking about.